Hi, I'm Michelle Cohen, and I am welcoming you to a workshop that I love to give. I've given it in real life, in Zoom versions, webinars, and I also wrote a book actually called The Intuition Toolkit. And this is basically an intro to all the concepts in that book. I have had the ability to tune in to get really deep in terms of information that comes to me from, I call it from the universe or from source. I've been doing that for decades. I've done thousands and thousands and thousands of sessions. And what I do now, which I think is a significant and important thing on our planet right now, is help people connect to their own inner wisdom, to their own, what we call trusting your gut. We all have it. We all have it in different versions, but what I like to do is help you really incorporate it in a way that is sustainable, that is reliable and dependable. So we're talking about, that voice that's in your head that's like, oh, am I wanting a banana or do I want peanut butter? And you feel like, oh, banana. So that was like a feeling tone. Or, if you're about to cross the street and a car is coming and you feel to stop. Like all of that to me are aspects of your intuition that are giving you guidance, that are giving you ideas of how to live your life. So what we do in this class or workshop, whatever you want to call it, is we talk about all the ways that that's being blocked. Like if our monkey mind is going on, it's really hard to hear and understand any other information, whether outside of you or inside. So learning how to calm that down. And what I always say is how to get inside our bodies, where a lot of us are living up here in our minds so much because that's how we get through our day. But the more deep information, the more accurate information is always within our bodies. And while some people think of intuition as something sort of ephemeral, I actually do work where it's very physical, it's very visceral. I think for most people that's something we can relate to. It's using our five senses, it's very sensual. And what it does is we combine our five senses to give us the access to our sixth sense, which is extra knowing, extra sensory knowing that isn't necessarily written in stone, isn't necessarily how we normally work, but I think we are working that way. So I'm just going to show you how you're already doing it, and we're just going to bump that up to a bunch of degrees. So you will actually have some really wonderful working tools by the end of simply the hour to get you started and enable you to see how else you can work with your own self. I think in our world today, it's really hard. We're getting so much information and it's hard to tell what's accurate, what's fact, what isn't. And ultimately, the more centered we are, the more confident we are with our own inner knowing and ability to hear your own yes and hear your own no and trust it and know that it's accurate, the easier it is to go and be out in the world, in the chaos, and in our own chaos and in the world chaos. So it is my dream to help as many people as possible, because the more of us who are working from our own inner knowing, our inner sense of self, our inner intuition, the better everyone is. It enables everyone. My last name is Cohen, so I always say we co-win together. So let's do that in this workshop, and I look forward to seeing you there. Take care.